Welcome to the Self Storage Insight. I'm Ben Shirey, and today I'm joined by William Tin with Tenant Self Storage. And William, if you don't mind, would you give us a little bit of your background and how you got started in the self storage industry?
Okay, so I started with the self-storage industry way back more than 10 years ago. I don't have any knowledge, information about self-storage. And as we all know, 2000 something, recession, the company that I used to work for, a custom framing shop, which is based in Boston, because of the economic, failure, they have to close shop.
Okay.
So within the next 2 weeks, I started looking for a job, and then I chanced upon the self-storage requirement for an assistant manager, and they offer free training. I said, "Oh, I don't know anything about self-storage, but
Right.
they're offering free training." So I applied and I got accepted. So that's when I started the self-storage business, and I kind of like it because I like to deal with people, help
Mhm.
them, assist them with their issue with self-storage, especially those that didn't have any knowledge about self-storage because of circumstances in their life. They had to rent a storage unit.
Mhm.
So,
Right.
yeah, and ever since I went from one storage company to another, so bringing my experience from one storage to another storage.
Yeah.
So
Where are you?
I like to give suggestions to, to the owners or the managers.
Where are you located at in the U.S.?
Um, we are in Massachusetts.
Okay. So since you came into the 10x with 10x around 2020, you said how have you seen managing a facility change over 2020 being the first year of COVID? Nobody wanted to leave their house, nobody knew what they could do. To today, we're back to some more sense of normalcy. How much has managing the facility changed over the last few years?
So I noticed that people rely on social media more, like Facebook referral, because if you're able to convince people that rent to you, they will be able to share it by word of mouth. That is the reason why I created the Facebook account.
Hmm.
So now I found out that, Google review helps a lot. People, before they go to a facility or call the facility, they will ask their friends,
Hmm.
they will read the Google review and what the review says.
Right.
So the difference from the 2020 up to the present time is more on social media usage.
Okay.
So we rely on that. That's why I keep on churning out Facebook ads.
Hmm.
So I come up with the promotion that we are offering at the moment. And then, the different storage tips, because people, especially those that have not used storage unit, they want to have some information on how to pack their clothes, how to pack sensitive materials,
Hmm.
electronics and everything. So I mean, this is one of our best feature, truly climate control,
Right.
because people, and then we offer security. As you can see in my back, we have 36 cameras,
Yeah.
CCTVs all over the facility and outside.
Hmm.
So, yep, we
Adding that sense of
monitored.
security.
Yeah, so we offer security, convenience because of the two loading areas, and we also have two loading docks. When customers can back up their truck, their SUV, and then they'll be able to transfer their stuff into the building and go to where your unit is. We have two standard elevators here.
Hmm. Okay.
So
What
everything is well maintained mostly. So
when you're putting out Facebook ads or you're making posts on Facebook in those groups or wherever you're posting on social media, how often do you try to post something on social media? Do you have a schedule you try to follow, or as far as frequency?
at least 3 times a week.
Okay.
Yeah. 3 times a week, I create the Facebook ads. So what happened is after I post it on our main Facebook account, I go to the other communities account and
Okay.
I post it. But sometimes, like two other communities, they don't approve your ad right away. They need
Right.
to monitor it, screen it. So after
Mhm.
2 days, then your Facebook ad has been approved and people can see it.
Yeah.
And I received calls from customers from that community.
Hmm.
Oh, I saw your Facebook I need more information about storage, can you provide them? I said, sure, I
Right.
mean, the first step is for people to be interested and, take their phone to call you.
Hmm.
So when you get a call, you need to give them the best information that they can have, I
Right.
mean, I was I was told that I'm very patient. I am. So
Hmm.
you can ask me a lot of questions, and if I know the answer, I will answer them. Sometimes I give too much information.
Yeah.
I ask them, yeah, I ask them, have you used storage before? And if they say no, and I will say, well, you came to the right place because I can give you information. Are you going to use a moving company or just family and friends? And
Hmm.
then they will say, oh, we want to, to hire a moving company. I actually have a moving company that started with 5 units with us. Now they have 15 units.
Oh, wow.
So we help each other. So what I think one of the thing that a self-storage company can do is um, coordinate with the moving company because you can help each other.
Hmm.
So I
Yeah,
refer them to a customer that needs a moving company. Of course, I only refer them if they know they're efficient, they have affordable rates, and then the movers take care of the items because I don't want to refer somebody that will be have a negative experience with the customer.
for sure.
And then what in turn, this moving company bring us customers.
Hmm.
So it's a two-way thing and a two-way thing. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Those type of referral opportunities are always very beneficial for both parties. So finding somebody like that to partner with is
that's true.
a great idea.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Managing a self-storage facility, there's so many different hats that you wear, right? You're doing marketing, you're a salesperson when somebody calls in, you're providing support and customer service. So you have to be, proficient in a lot of different areas as far as running a facility efficiently and effectively. And it sounds like, yeah, you're doing awesome there.
And I'm a cleaner too.
And yes, yes.
I clean units, I clean hallways, disinfect the keypads,
Mhm.
refill the coffee and everything. So,
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, managing a self-storage unit facility is a very challenging job, but I'm used to that. I like it, especially when people compliment you or appreciate what you have done for them.
sure.
I've had mothers referring their sons or daughters to have unit with us because they have a good experience with us.
Mhm.
And then those kids will refer us to their friends. That's how you establish business, by word of mouth, advertising.
Yep,
Because people will believe their friends, because
absolutely.
you cannot rely on strangers to give you this good review unless it's on Google review.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, word of mouth is so important. And to get good word of mouth, you have to provide a good service. You have to do a good job. You have to have a clean facility. And so, yeah, it definitely takes work to get good word of mouth, but that is the best and most effective way as far as to keep a good name in the community, to get some of those to help with your lead flow and all of that stuff. If you're running a good operation, people will say good things about you, and that's definitely a benefit to the business. That,
So, at the moment, what I would like to focus on is security. I tell customer we have security cameras here. They can see it behind my back. And
Mhm.
then we want to offer convenience
Right.
because of the loading areas. And then we also offer budget-friendly rates. I will admit we're not the lowest rate, but the rate that they pay us is according to what they see in the facility. Clean facility, climate control. We have enough and sufficient carts. We even have a mattress cart.
Okay.
We even have a pallet jack, especially those businesses that requires pallet jack for their pallets. And then another service that we offer, we accept deliveries in behalf of the customer, especially the business ones.
Right.
So we just ask them just call in and then I'll let the delivery guy drop your stuff into the loading area and then you can pick them up. So
Nice.
they don't need to have somebody here when they have a delivery. It's convenient for them.
Absolutely.
So it's one of the features, especially for businesses.
Yeah. Yeah. And the
So
more little things like that you can do to differentiate yourself, it definitely
that's
helps.
true. That's true. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So let me ask you this question then, as we kind of, I don't want to take up all of your day there at your facility. Have you had any tenants that kind of stick out, or any crazy experiences that you've had while you were managing the facility there that you would want to share with us?
I had several actually. I mean, especially with auction units, you get a lot of verbal whatever from customers that, I mean, you understand their financial situation, but you have to run a business.
Right,
But what I do, I have to extend the period for the auction unit to be processed for auction. I give them the chance, I give them a deadline, and they appreciate it. But of course, you cannot always um, please everybody, you
hmm,
know. So what happened is I have a husband and wife rented the unit before. They're nice, talk to each other, blah blah blah. And then
hmm,
after 6 months, the husband comes and change the lock on the unit, change the access code, and remove the wife's name as alternate access person. And
okay,
then after 1 week, wife comes, the access code doesn't work, come to the office and complain. Why is our access code not working? Yeah. And of course, I put a lot of notes because notes help, especially when you're not there and
right,
another person covered your facility. They can read the notes. Michael, blah, 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 came today, changed the lock, changed the access code, and removed the wife because they're in the process of a divorce, a nasty divorce at that. So the wife complains. She said, "Oh, I will bring a police here." I said, "Yeah, it's between you and your husband. Unfortunately, your husband is the account holder.
hmm,
Whatever he decide will happen because he's the account holder. Legally, we are inclined to give to what he wants because he's the account holder."
hmm.
So, yeah. So that has happened several times.
Wow, yeah,
When they come in together and then after a few months they divorce.
yeah,
And of course, you cannot avoid getting threats over the phone
hmm,
for people who was having some financial issues. And then I do waive late fees. My management knows that.
right,
Especially, hard times, people cannot afford to pay extra, for the late fees.
hmm,
So I waive the late fees and I tell them, this is the only time I can do that. Next time I won't be able, just to let you know. And people understand because you have gone out of your way, to save them some money, that they they can use for other purposes, food, shelter, So
right,
so far, everything is good, and the rates, we keep our rates budget friendly rates.
hmm,
So we don't usually increase the rates. We want to retain the customer. I'd rather have like 60% rather than 0% for the rentals, right?
right,
Because that's how you retain customer. I have customer here that have been here longer than me, you
okay,
know. So they rented the unit when this started and I don't touch their rates. I don't want to increase their rates because
right,
they like it here, they like the feature, they like the amenities and everything. So yeah, that's why we are attracting businesses,
hmm,
like BJ, Quest Diagnostics, Concord Museum. So
right,
like what you said, you have to be different and stand out among our competitors because self-storage facility are like generic. It's a matter of being a standout and giving a different features to the customer. I'm also a customer. I wanted to see what this product, this service can do for me to my convenience and satisfactory.
hmm,
So, I mean, I always place myself in the customer's shoes.
right,
What would the customer like? So, I'm a customer. And that is the reason why I suggested to management we need to give incentive to people that gives us Google review,
right,
10%. And
hmm,
then we also give a 10% discount for veterans as well as active military members.
okay,
We do
nice,
have several of them that have been assigned to other countries or places.
hmm,
They know that their items are secure with our facility.
Well, William, I really enjoyed having you on the podcast and sharing what you've been doing there at your facility. Is there any last thought that you'd like to share as far as one tip of advice, maybe for somebody that's getting started in storage?
Just a suggestion to anybody that needs self-storage, you need to call at least three self-storage facilities. Talk to the manager, talk to the employee, ask questions.
Mhm.
If one of them or two of them doesn't like to answer questions, well, you need to come here and I'll answer your question, here. Don't go to them. You need to get your information over the phone because it will save you a lot of time and regrets.
Mhm.
I mean, don't always look for the lowest rate because if it's a lowest rate, then you get what you deserve.
Right.
You know, you may want to add $5, $10 more, but if you're getting a service that is beyond compared to others, then go for it.
Mhm.
So that's my that's what I tell the customers. I mean, I know we're not the lowest, but you can see the difference. You can, if you want, you can compare us because I've seen customer, they went to another facility. I don't like it here. It smells as soon as I enter the office,
Right.
the restroom are not really clean. I disinfect the restroom, myself. I spray it, disinfect everything, even the keypads. I
Mhm.
clean it, I spray it, So, if people see that you're doing this, then say, oh, I like my stuff here. Security, convenience, budget friendly, and a good customer service.
Yep.
If
Awesome.
you get the good customer service, then you will think that your stuff is good where they are now.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Self Storage Insight Podcast. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Just a quick reminder, this episode was brought to you by CC Storage. CC Storage is a no-cost property management software that allows you to pass the fees for credit card processing on to your tenants, freeing up some CapEx space for your business and helping you more efficiently run your storage facility. If you'd like to learn more about CC Storage, click the link in the description below, and we hope to see you again for our next episode.